sailor? What do you do with a drunken sailor early in the morning? Hey ho, up she rises, hey ho, up she rises, hey ho, and up she rises early in the morning. Hey, welcome to Farley's Library. I'm glad you could come. I was just practicing some of my maritime tunes. Maritime is a word that sailors use. Why am I using sailors' words and why am I practicing sailor songs? Well, because today you and I are going to take a trip to Bay City, Michigan for the Tall Ship Festival. We're going to see ships from the War of 1812. I mean, tall ships. And I'm ready. I've got my captain's hat and I've got my passport. I'm all ready. Well, don't feel bad because I've also got a passport for you. Now, these passports are going to get us in the park and onto the ships. So come on, let's go. When we entered the festival, we saw tall ships everywhere. I'm talking about really tall ships. From the front to the back and from one side to the other side, the Saginaw River was full of tall ships. Then we just happened to come across some pirates, real pirates. They welcomed us to the festival, and we soon moved quickly on to explore the ships. The best ship to see was the U.S. brig Niagara. This was the United States flagship during the War of 1812. With a rig height of 95 feet, this was a really tall ship. In order to get onto a ship, you must first let the harbor master stamp your passport, then you take a long, slow walk across the gangplank. This is the board that connects the ship to the pier. Once aboard the ship, the first thing you see are the cannons. These were the ship's primary offensive and defensive weapons. Some cannons were long and some were short and stout, and all cannons shot cannonballs, heavy metal projectiles. We even got to see the tools used for stuffing powder and cannonballs in the cannons. One thing ships have a lot of is rope. The rope is used for rigging the sails and other important functions. No, that's not an anaconda you're seeing. It's more rope. These thick ropes are used to tie the ship to the pier. Be careful, they can be dangerous when stretched out. Another important piece of equipment is the anchor. The anchors are used to keep the ship in place when the captain and crew don't want it to move. This is the anchor room. You can see the anchor chain hanging. To get below deck, we have to walk down a steep staircase. Be careful not to fall. Sailors in 1812 didn't have lockers, so all of their personal belongings had to fit in the duffel bag. Other items like medicine and spices were stored in jars like these. I wonder where this door leads. It's the mess! Another way of saying kitchen on a ship. And here's the table the crew eats at. You can tell by the way people have to hunch over that space is limited. At least the captain's sleeping quarters are comfortable. You steer a sailing vessel at the helm. A device called a tiller is used to steer some tall ships, while a wheel is used to steer others. Each ship also has a compass to help the crew navigate. Ships weren't the only attractions at the festival. There were also singers like these women who shared some maritime favorites, and performers like this gentleman playing his banjo. All in all, it was a great day. Hey, wasn't that trip amazing? Weren't those ships and pirates awesome? Well, like always, I've got a book to share with you. This book is about sailing as well. Except in this book, it's not a tall ship that's doing the sailing, but it's a little ship. This book is called Sail Away, Little Boat. It's written by Janet Buell and illustrated by Jui Ishida. In this book, a little boy sends his little boat on a journey. It's an exciting and daring journey. And we'll have to see what that boat's gonna find. Let's find out. Sail Away, Little Boat. Written by Janet Buell, illustrated by Jui Ishida. Let's launch our boat in the wild roving brook and watch as it slides and swirls through the nook of a root-tangled bank where deer come to eat the tasty green moss growing thick at their feet. Sail away, little boat, to search for new friends. Just follow the brook till it reaches its end. Past whirligig beetles twirling fast on a pool, past silver swift minnows that scatter in school, past a blue dragonfly flashing by on a hunt for a gnat or mosquito to have for its lunch. Sail away, little boat, to search for new friends. Just follow the brook till it reaches its end. Past a nimble quick newt in search of an ant, past a prowling red fox and a trout lily plant, past the mink scrambling by where the giant oak fell as the brook tumbles on with a white water yell. Past the slick-back otter and his slippery friends who rollick and roll through the brook as it bends over smooth rocks and cool rocks, a wild water ride as lickety-split the sleek otters slide. Sail away, little boat, to search for new friends. You followed the brook and have now reached its end. You've arrived where the river rolls wide, green and blue. Sail on, little boat, past a wooden canoe, past a fuzzy black cub and a fuzzy black bear that snuffle and snort in the breezy spring air. Sail away, little boat, to search for new friends. Just glide down the river till it reaches its end. Past a long-legged heron that pokes with its beak, past sun-speckled fish flashing by at its feet, past the bullfrogs that hide in the thick cattail forest and croak out the notes of their splish-splashy chorus. Sail away, little boat, to search for new friends. You followed the river and have now reached its end. Here the ocean is rolling and the seagulls fly high. Here big boats and small boats go motoring by. Sail on, little boat, where the sea meets the land, under brilliant blue sky, toward the sparkling white sand. Near the children who play at the cool ocean side, and love little boats that go traveling by. Come home, little boat. You found some new friends. Your long, daring journey has come to an end. The end.
That was a great story. I'm glad you liked it. Like always, I've got more books to share with you. This first book is written by Robert Kennedy and illustrated by Patrick Farley. This book is called Robert Smalls, the Boat Thief. This book tells the life of Robert Smalls, a former slave who with a group of other slaves stole one of the Confederate Navy's most powerful gunships and delivered it to the Federal Navy. Now this all took place during the American Civil War, and it made one thing clear, that Southern slaves wanted their freedom. This is a great book. To find out all about it, Open the book. Well, this next book is going to show us that not every ship that sailed the 7 seas was a naval vessel. Many of them belonged to pirates. Now, wait a minute. This is not your Hollywood version of pirates. All of those myths that Hollywood wants us to believe about pirates, well, they're going to be dispelled in this next book. This book was written by Angston Constam. This book is called The History of Pirates. It takes all those myths and throws them out of the window and gives you the reality of the history of pirates. Everything from the Dark Ages to the Middle Ages to the Golden Age of piracy can be found in this exciting book. To get that information, you've got to open the book. Our last book is a fun pirate book. This book is Captain William Lover's Piratology Handbook. It's all for the pirate hunter. This book was edited by Douglas Steer and Clint Twist, and this book gives you information about how to find and identify pirates. Included in this book are lots of fun activities like learning how to tie knots that sailors used on their ships and learning how to identify the different types of pirate flags. There are really great things in this book. But to see them, you gotta open the book. Well, for more information about the featured books, be sure to check out our website at www.farleyslibrary.com. And until next time, keep reading. If you need a book, come take a look. Bye-bye.
If you need a book,